You want to be a rich and famous YouTuber, right? In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the equipment you might want to use, from the very basic to the much more expensive and elaborate. Talk a little bit about income you can expect, and I'm going to talk a little bit about taxes. Yes, many countries are starting to come after YouTubers making reasonable amount of money as their economies have suffered so much, and their income from taxes have suffered during the lockdowns of the famous pandemic, government lockdowns. Depending upon the type of videos you plan on doing, you can start with something as simple as a cell phone, something. And if you're going to have any action at all, definitely recommend something with pretty good image stabilization. Now, there are software programs that can help you stabilize images. Some are much better than others. That's a video for another time. If you're going to do, in fact, some of these phones, some of the apps on the phones will actually do some of the editing for you automatically. This business is evolving. The software is evolving very rapidly. And most of you know YouTube might be the biggest, but they're not the only one in the market anymore. You also have TikTok and Facebook, Vimeo, Odyssey, and many other ones, but YouTube is still the king. Remember that photography and videography have a lot to do with light, capturing light in a very appealing manner. And the proper lighting means a lot to your videos. Even if you're using a phone, you might want to purchase a small light type thing to attach to the phone or around the phone to light you properly if you're filming yourself. A ring light like this, very useful if you're showing off products or your face, gives you good lighting around your face, and you can usually adjust the color temperature of those lights. As you move up your budget and your professional filming, possibly, you might get a DSLR and or an action camera. There again, depending upon what type of uh, videos you are going to be doing. And this has a special mic as well as a light up top, a couple of handholds, and it's sitting on a tripod. But you can also get gimbals that help give you much better image stabilization if you're moving. As you go up, you're obviously getting into a much more pricier type of situation. There are some major action camera companies, Insta360, DJI, GoPro, make very good action cameras with very good, excellent image stabilization if you're moving. And you can there are a few off-brand lower level brands, maybe half as much expensive, something like that. Instead of 500, they're 200 to $300, and some of them aren't too bad either. You can check out review videos of some of those brands online. Now, the very important question: how much money can you make vlogging? Well, there are many factors involved, of course. YouTube requires you to get a certain number of subscribers and a certain number of hours of views before they will start paying you. Um, like all marketing and sales organizations, you are in the marketing business basically if you're trying to make money doing this. General rule is 20% of the people make 80% of the money. In this business, it's probably more like 10% of the people make 90% of the money, or even less than that. So, unless you've got just a super unique personality, a very niche market, something that you're offering that very few others are, it's difficult to reach those high income levels. Now, a lot of people, I will tell you, a lot of people make a lot more money in other ways. You can offer memberships. There again, I'm talking about YouTube, but I think on other platforms as well. You can offer memberships where people pay a monthly fee to view some of your videos. You can offer other ways to pay you. PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee is a way to do it. Patreon is a way for people can subscribe and pay you a one-time or a monthly fee. Many vloggers make more money from affiliate links, and that's where you're putting, you're suggesting just different products, perhaps the cameras that you use, other products, and you put links to those products. There's a way to do that so that you get a commission through Amazon or whatever, eBay or whatever company you're going to sell those through if they buy with your link. There's also, you can sell some of your own products, your t-shirts or coffee mugs or whatever else you want to do. I will tell you this, that I've been doing this 8 years, almost 9 years, and for 43,000 subscribers. And on average, the first day or two, I get, on average, about 2,000 to 3,000 views on a video, something like that. And I'll tell you, over the last year, my income, and I've heard many other vloggers, some in Thailand and other countries too, saying their income really has dropped off in the last year or many months, and partly due to, I think, Google's income is down. Advertisers are demanding more for their money. So the income can vary greatly, and mine has over the 8 years, up and down, up and down, up and down. Seems like you'll have I don't know if YouTube plans it. Google owns YouTube. If they give you a better month and then a worse month intentionally, kind of the carrot hanging out there, trying to make you work harder. Not sure how that all works. But anyway, if you think you're going to depend upon that income, be really careful. Don't give up your full-time job to do this, is what I'm trying to say. What about taxes? Are you required to pay taxes on your income, whatever country you happen to live in? No, I think in the USA, the IRS is going to start scrutinizing more anything over $600 that you might get from PayPal or Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, all these other types of things, affiliate marketing, those types of things. And here in the Philippines, where I've been doing videos much of the time, they are starting to go after the higher income vloggers, my understanding, article I read the other day. And in Thailand, I've heard the same thing, that vlogging, unless you're a tourist just doing it more short term, that's considered a business. Now, do you need a business visa to do that? Not sure what the rules are there. The countries get a big boost from the vloggers and telling people about the country, showing off the different areas. So what has happened, I've read here in the Philippines that many vloggers have shut down their sites. They don't want to deal, or they demonetized their sites, so they're not making money, dropped their affiliate marketing, because they're not here to have a more complicated life, and they don't want to have to deal with the bureaucracy and filing taxes. Myself, I process taxes in the USA and the Philippines, and my income falls way under the taxable amount in both countries. And not only that, that's before I take into account expenses. For instance, if I travel across the bridge over to Mactan Island and back to do a video over there, and additional transportation over there many times, it probably cost me $20, about 1,000 Philippine pesos by the time I'm done. I might make that much on the video in a month's time, but very possibly not even make that much on a video. So I'm actually losing money. So I don't make a taxable amount before taking expenses, and you're allowed, if it's a business, you're allowed to deduct expenses, certain types of travel and lunches and equipment, all that type of thing, cameras and software, lenses, all the things that go into vlogging. So I keep good track of that, and I process those taxes. I really don't think that I'm ever going to get to a point where, would it be nice to make so much money I have to pay taxes? It'd be great. But there's hundreds of thousands of more vloggers uh, each and every week and month around the world, and hundreds of new ones probably here in the Philippines, doing a lot of the same things that I do. So the competition, number one, is a big thing. People can only watch so many videos in a day. There's a limited number of hours, and I'm not going to put on a bikini. Might get a few more views, or maybe no views. But anyway, keep that in mind and keep good records. Keep good records of your expenses, just in case. Just in case the tax man or woman comes to see you one day, and that's happened to a couple of vloggers here in the Philippines I know of. So anyway, with that having been said, I thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. Safe travels to you all, and I'll see you next time.